But what it needed to say was this additional part was what does the vertical intercept 0 to 100 tell us in that situation? So that was missing. It's there now, but you might have to like see it when it's a new submission. All right, but what does it tell us? So look at it. What is on the y-axis? What does it say? Student tickets sold. So when we're looking at our vertical intercept, also known as your y-intercept, this 200 is referring to your student tickets sold. They give it to us in coordinate form. So usually it goes X and then Y. These are labeled with actual things. So X is talking about adult tickets sold. Y is talking about student tickets sold. So you could also like use that to help you. So at the y-intercept 0 to 100, how many adult tickets were sold? 0, and then how many student tickets were sold? 200. So that's how you're reading it. So that's a good tip. Whatever it says on your x-axis, maybe write it now with that variable. And then whatever it says on your y-axis, write it with that variable, then you can interpret it better. So then when you're picking your answer, the one that you should pick should tell you that no adult tickets were sold and 200 student tickets were sold. On my screen, which one would that be? If you can see it, it might be shuffled. On my screen, it's A. No adult tickets sold, 200 student tickets sold. So questions on that? Okay. The y-intercept always tells you something like that, or it could tell you like your starting amount. The other two options down here are talking about the slope, which it asks about the y-intercept. So any questions on this one? Any questions on others from this practice or any other practice? Okay. Is it the one that says what is the slope of the graph? That one?
Yeah.
Okay. So lots of strategies that you could use to solve this. You could use graphing technology and figure it out from the graph. I will show you a way that I think works 100% of the time, whether you have a graphing calculator or not. And that would be to rearrange this, which is in standard form, into slope intercept form. So what's the slope intercept form formula? Y for the mx plus b. All right, so reason why I would do that is because in slope intercept form, it's really easy to see the slope, which would always be in front of the x. And then it's really easy to see your y-intercept. So there's lots of other strategies you can do too. So to convert this to slope intercept form, I need to get what alone on one side? The y, because in slope intercept form, the y is alone. So I want to get this y alone, and it's the same thing you would do if like this was a 2-7 equation, something like that. Get rid of what's farthest from the y. So what's farther, the 5x or the 2? And how do you cancel the 5x? If I want to make it 0, and I have 5x, what could I do? Sorry, what was that? Subtract 5x. So you want to get rid of that whole part. So we're isolating the y. So I want to get rid of this whole part. So that way it's 0 minus 2y, which gives me just negative 2y. Then whatever you go on one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other. Are 20 and the negative 5x like terms? Can I make it like 15x? I have some saying yes, some saying no, I can't. They're not like terms. One has a variable and the other one doesn't, so I can't just combine them. What I could do though, to make it look more like slope-intercept form, is I could write the x term first, so minus 5x. And then plus 20, because that 20 is positive. Just so that way it's in this order, it makes it a little bit easier. The y is still not alone though, so look at what's being done to it. What's opposite of multiplying -2? So we're gonna divide -2. Whatever you do on one side, you do to the other side. And then on the right side, that's kind of like our warm-up. You have to remember to basically make sure you divide each term by the denominator. So if it helps to write it separately, go ahead. But what happens to the double negative? It becomes a positive, so that would just be a 5/2x, positive, because negative divided by negative is a positive. And then what about 20 divided by -2? What's that? -10. So that's it in slope-intercept form. So now I can easily see my slope and my y-intercept. It only asks for the slope though, so really we could have stopped early, but you need to know what if it asks to do your y-intercept on the test. All right, so what is my slope? 5/2. Questions on that? All right, any other questions? Ryan? Yes, so we'll give you another time. Anyone have a question? You don't have to fill the time with questions if you don't have any, but I just want to make sure before tomorrow we move on to something else. Yes. Yes.